Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Lauren, and today I'm going to be filming my September TBR. So if you are new to my TBR videos, how this works is that each month I draw books from my TBR star jars. I have 3 different jars that are filled with little origami stars. This is all of the jars that I have. They are full of little stars that are made out of strips of paper that have the titles of books that I want to read written on them. And the reason that I have 3 different jars, first of all, this is just my all-purpose TBR star jar. It has mostly standalone novels in it, or like books that are the first in a series that I am not sure yet if I'm going to read the whole series. This medium-sized jar is filled with series continuations, so the next book in whatever series that I'm in the middle of in this jar. And then finally we have my golden star jar, which these are my most anticipated reads. They are not necessarily new releases, they're just the books that I am the most excited to get to. I would like to get to them sooner rather than later, that way I don't lose interest in them. So that is what my golden star jar is. Now generally how this works is that I draw 5 stars each month, but I think that this month I'm only going to draw 3 stars, and the reason is that I have been very busy and I'm feeling a little bit too much pressure to read all of these books, and it is kind of sucking some of the fun out of it, and I kind of want to nip that in the bud before I really start disliking the time I spend reading. So instead of pulling so many books, I'm just going to pull 1 from each jar. Odds are that I am going to read more than those 3 books. I mean, very, very likely I will read more than 3 books this month, but I want to just kind of take the pressure off and see if that helps at all. So hopefully you guys are all okay with that. So I think that is enough explanation. Let's jump in and draw some books. All right, so the first star that I'm going to draw today, I think I'm going to draw it out of my kind of all-purpose star jar. By the way, if you are interested in knowing the names of all of the books on my TBR, all the books that are written on these stars, you can actually follow the link in the video description box down below to my Goodreads page on my to be read list. All of these titles are on that list, so feel free to head over there and check that out. All right, so here we go. First draw. All right, let's see here. That's a pretty good handful. I think of all of the stars that I have in my hand right now, the one that has been in here the longest is the kind of royal blue color star. I think those have been in here, yeah, definitely longer than all of these. So let's go for that one first. So my first draw is going to be, nice, Firebreak. Okay, cool, I own this one, and it is right up here. Firebreak by Nicole Corner Stace. This is a sci-fi novel, and it's a fairly new release. I think this came out within the last couple years. Yeah, I think this came out in 2021. And as soon as I saw it, I put it on my TBR right away. I think this is has kind of a post-apocalyptic, or not post-apocalyptic, but more of like a dystopian flair to it, like a future in which the country, like the United States, is not what it was before. Like, it's being run by these major corporations. There are fewer states in the US. If I am remembering correctly, I think this might have some sort of mystery or something, and there's like a VR element, and someone is trying to, like, the main character is trying to solve this crime. Which definitely sounds like a very high action kind of plot, very engaging, really exciting. So I don't know if it really is all of that, then this surely will be a fun read for me. There's a little blurb on the front that says brutal, intense, and unstoppable, which sounds awesome. So that seems like a pretty good first draw to me. So first draw is Firebreak. All right, so next I think I'm going to draw a book out of my series jar. Like I mentioned earlier, these are all titles of books that are in series that I'm currently in the middle of, just the next book in whatever series. So let's get one of those next. All right, so there's really no rhyme or reason to the colors of the stars. They're just colorful. I just thought they were cute, so that's all it means. How about I go for maybe one of these purple stars? Let's try one of those. All right, and my second draw is going to be, oh nice, the Invisible Library. It's the next book in the Invisible Library series, where is that? Down here. It is The Burning Page by Genevieve Cogman. I've read 2 books in this series so far, which I think the book grand total right now is like 7 or 8 books. I'm not sure if it's completed yet or not, but I absolutely adored the first 2 books and have been collecting the whole series 1 book at a time, so I'm very excited to get to the 3rd book in the series. These are like portal urban fantasies, which I have a really kind of soft spot for. The overall idea of them is that they follow this one character in particular, this woman who works at the Invisible Library, which is this library that is in between space and time. It's kind of like in its own little reality, and there are portals into all different realities, and this woman, she goes and collects books from the different realities to bring to the Invisible Library, like very rare editions and things like that. Every time she goes into a portal to collect a book, there's some sort of like major drama, like a disaster or something that happens, and she's trying to fight to get the book that she's looking for, or like whatever foe is in that reality, and get back to where she came from. They are really, really fun. They're very high action, very fast paced. The characters are always developed really well and very distinct, interesting characters. I've loved them so far. Hopefully I will love this as much as the first 2 in the series. I don't know why on earth I wouldn't, so that's a great second draw. So second draw is The Burning Page. All right, so my 3rd and final draw is going to be out of my Golden Star jar. These are all of my most anticipated reads, so we'll draw one of these next. All right, and my final draw today is going to be, oh nice, episode 13. Awesome, yay! Yay, I'm really excited about this. I don't know a whole lot about it, but it seems to be kind of going around BookTube right now, and it is a sort of a thriller mystery. The only things that I can really recall about the story is that it has something to do with like people being in a house or a mansion or something that is maybe haunted, and I think it's like a reality show. That feels like that might be it. Maybe it's like a reality show set in a haunted mansion, maybe Ghost Hunters or something. I don't know. I do remember reading the description and just being really drawn into it. Hopefully my expectations aren't too high for this. If what I'm remembering is correct, a sort of paranormal thriller just seems like something I would really enjoy right now in my life. I think this is also a fairly new release, so I'd be curious to know what any of you thought about it who have read it. So 3rd and final draw is episode 13. All right, so I think that is going to be it for me today. I will be reading these 2 books plus episode 13 in September. I would be very curious to know if you have read these books and what you thought about them. I would love to talk to you about them in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, I hope that you will like it and possibly subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.